Halo DS was a demo of a game of course in the Halo franchise for the Nintendo DS. The first time the game was mentioned was on January 4th, 2007, when IGN's Matt Casamassani claimed to have played Halo DS and said it was completely up and running and fully playable, despite never having been released. There has never been an officially funded or sanctioned development of any sort of DS Halo game. This is according to Bungie employees Frank O'Connor and Brian Gerard, who claimed this in an interview with Siliconera on July 18th of the same year. They suggested that Matt was probably referring to an unsolicited prototype pitched to Nintendo. When Matt and IGN were accused of lying about the existence of the game as a result of the statement from Bungie staff members, Matt responded on October 2nd with a follow-up blog post. He released screenshots and gameplay videos of the game while claiming that it was created by a real development studio with a very big publisher. In one of the videos, Matt is seen playing the game alongside Mark Bozon, who states that it was created by a AAA publisher. Some have compared the gameplay footage of Halo DS to that of the DS port of GoldenEye Rogue Agent, which has given rise to rumors that the demo's publisher was EA and its creator was N-Space, which was the company that created the DS port of the aforementioned GoldenEye game. As of this recording, there's no build that has been leaked, and all that we have is low quality footage from IGN. Very little is known about the pilot for the animated TV version of Joe Dante's film Gremlins, which was possibly titled Gizmo and the Gremlins. According to some sources such as Toonerific, the series intended to involve Gizmo, the one decent mogwai of the film, and its sequel, fighting against the evil Gremlins. And apparently the pilot was the only episode that entered production. The director of the films, Joe Dante, claims that the series was never finished because Gremlins 2 bombed at the box office. It has been suggested that the series was cancelled because parents complained about the violence of the source material. Despite an article in 1990 issue of Bugs Bunny magazine mentioning it, no footage of the pilot has ever been made public. On February 17, 2007, a 91-minute video titled JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Phantom Blood was released. It was of course based on the first volume of the popular manga series JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The film itself was made to commemorate both the 20th anniversary of JoJo Bizarre's Adventure and the 25th anniversary of Araki's career as a manga artist. At the Tokyo International Anime Fair in 2004, the movie was already being teased. Bandai was the company who co-produced the film, and they acquired the license to make JoJo video games, which they still hold today. In order to make a game for the PlayStation 2 based upon the Phantom Blood manga to help generate excitement for the film, several cast members, including Araki himself, were present when the first official teaser for the movie was unveiled. This teaser would later be included on a pre-order bonus DVD with the PS2 game. The website for the PlayStation 2 game was online until late 2019, however it can still be accessed via the Wayback Machine. Phantom Blood was never publicly shown outside of Japanese theaters. Its final known showing was on April 9, 2007, and it was never again screened. Its disappearance is unknown, but many believe it was caused by a combination of poor reviews and Studio APP's loss of the JoJo's license the following year as a result of a religious controversy surrounding the 2000 OVA based on the third installment of the series Stardust Crusaders. The Wayback Machine still allows access to the film's official website shell. Recently in 2022, during an interview with Junichi Hayami, he was asked about Phantom Blood. The interviewer asked, "In 2007, a movie adapting the Phantom Blood part of JoJo Bizarre's Adventure was released in Japanese theaters. This movie has never seen any release outside of its theater distribution. You worked on it as a character designer and animation director. Is there a reason why this movie never had any home video release?" Then Junichi responded, "I don't want you to see me angry and pissed off, so it is better if I don't answer this question." Since ending its run in theaters, the film has not been made available in any manner. For a while, the only available trailers were the teaser for the PS2 game with a theatrical trailer that was formally downloadable from the film's website. The film's composer provided a work print of the first 16 minutes of the movie, which was used as course material for sound design projects at the Academy of Art University at some point. One student ended up uploading his assignment to YouTube in 2012, restoring public access to a sizable portion of the movie. Inside Out is a 2015 CGI animated movie by Pixar. The movie tells the story of a little girl named Riley and her emotions as they strive to adjust to a new life in San Francisco. Riley steals her mother's credit card to purchase a ticket for a ride on a bus run by Transway Bus Lines, and towards the end of the movie, Joy and Bing Bong fall in the memory dump. They eventually make an attempt to use Bing Bong's rocket to leave the dump. After the first two attempts are unsuccessful, Bing Bong persuades Joy to join him once more. During the trip, he decides to give his life for her by jumping off the rocket. The original cut of this scene was 40 seconds to a minute long, and the audience could hear Bing Bong pleading more and more to see his partially fading body. This version of the scene was actually preferred by many Pixar employees over the one that appeared in the finished film. However, it was left out due to concerns that viewers would find it too upsetting to watch. Kind claimed that it was very reminiscent of the scene in Bambi where the boy's mother is fatally shot by a hunter. Eventually, it was decided by agreements at Pixar that it would be removed from the finished movie. The original version has not been yet publicly released. It is not even shown as a deleted scene on the Blu-ray, Disney Movies Anywhere, or Disney Plus copies, which instead shows uncompleted scenes from the time the movie was known as Brainstorm. Then, on September 6, 2021, user Jamie Kelly posted an unfinished animation clip that appeared to be a 7-second supposed clip from the scene's original cut. Little Big Planet Hub was going to be a game based on the popular Little Big Planet series, which was a PlayStation 3 game created by Sumo Digital. At Gamescom 2013, a trailer for the game was unveiled. Little Big Planet Hub appeared to be a free download that gave players unlimited access to both exclusive content and features found in the first two Little Big Planet games. Following the announcement at Gamescom 2013, Little Big Planet Hub was never again mentioned, leading to rumors that the game had been cancelled. However, there had never been a statement regarding the game's cancellation. The reason the game vanished was probably because Little Big Planet 3 by Sumo Digital was in development at that time. In addition to the reveal trailer, some beta screenshots have also leaked. Sony Pictures revealed in 2014 that the Sly Cooper franchise is being adapted into a movie. The film was being directed by Kevin Munro, who is also directing the Ratchet and Clank movie, and it was being animated by Vancouver-based studio Rainmaker Entertainment. The project was initially announced by Blockade Entertainment producer Brad Foxhoven. A 2016 release date was also announced. Munro said the movie had not yet begun production and he didn't think it would be released later that year. Then on October 26, 2016, Munro said that he hadn't worked on it in over a year and a half in a now deleted tweet. Later, Munro would start working on a Chinese Trolls movie. Cartoon Brew editor Amida Media expressed doubt that Sly Cooper would ever be finished after the box office failure of the Ratchet and Clank movie. President and Chief Creative Officer of Rainmaker, Michael Hefferon, stated in September 2016, "We believe in the approach we went for with Ratchet and Clank, but the film's performance certainly makes us have to rethink timing and how we release and even budget numbers that we consider releasing films at." In 2022, there were no longer any updates on the movie after Rainmaker left the project a year earlier. The movie is reportedly no longer going to be made. Also, a television series was in the works when Rainmaker Entertainment announced its departure from the film project. The project would have involved Technicolor Animation Productions and PGS Entertainment. The supposed 52 episodes would have lasted 11 minutes each, with half of them set to air in October 2019 and the other half in July 2020. This was intended for an unnamed network, but as of 2022, the show has not yet been premiered and is reportedly stuck in development hell. Popular rap group Migos tweeted at Minecraft livestream right now, let's go. The only proof that the message I'm going to Evan was ever sent is this. This is noteworthy because the screenshot has gone viral as well. Even though there is other videos of the rap group in question playing Minecraft from the same period online, none of it contains any significant footage of the Minecraft stream. More significantly, there is no proof that the quote was ever posted to the game chat. Popular news outlets like XXL and Complex have posted articles describing the specific livestream. Both publications make reference to the stream's now deleted Twitch page. Both the February 2015 screenshots and attempts to access the stream through the Wayback Machine have produced endless loading screens, and the livestream is still lost till this day. Edward K. and Sean Scott produced the animated children's show Jimmy Two Shoes, which aired in Canada from 2009 to 2011. The show was about a 14-year-old boy named Jimmy, who lives in the doom and misery-filled neighborhood of Miseryville. In 2006, a 6-minute series pilot was made. The pilot's premise, which was vastly different from the show's final one, and indicated that it was initially intended for an older audience, and it would have been taking place in hell. Heloise was a character in the pilot, and she was supposed to be a brain-damaged serial killer who was sent to hell, and she had a crush on Jimmy while also often torturing him. The show was originally created as an exclusive Teletoon production for the studio's tween demographic at the time. The hell references and other mature elements were removed and toned down once the US broadcasters for Disney XD came on board because they were aiming for a more conservative market. The producers also changed the designs as well because they weren't happy with them. In the pilot, Jimmy helps an elderly woman in crossing the street at the start of the pilot. Jimmy then picks up the woman's wallet when she drops it, but a bus enters and runs him over. He later passes away at the hospital from his injuries and is mistaken for a thief, leading to him being sent to hell. Jimmy believes hell to be a wonderful place to have fun, but that isn't exactly how it is. It is well known that this test animation exists, and it does. However, according to Kay, neither Scott nor he were allowed to possess copies because the investors were concerned it would be leaked. The lost Disney animated series Green Monkeys was made by Betty and Michael Paraskevas. The show would have focused on Spider and Flytrap, two monkeys who tried to run a temp agency in New York City's Lower East Side after being expelled from the jungle. The late 1990s saw the pitching and optioning of Green Monkeys at Walt Disney Television Animation. Disney hired Spoomco under the direction of John Crick-Falusi to further develop the property for television after becoming dissatisfied with the development for the series. There was a pilot in 1999 directed by Gabe Swar, but Disney ultimately decided against the series for unspecified reasons. The series was eventually turned into a weekly comic strip by Betty and Michael Paraskevas, which ran in the neighborhood paper Dan's Papers. Crick-Falusi later shared some of the artwork he did for the series on his blog. The 1985 movie Dead End is a splatter horror surreal slapstick zombie comedy. Emerson Bixby was the director of the movie, which is about a documentary filmmaker who goes out to investigate a UFO crash that causes a zombie apocalypse. One or more cast members reportedly became ill on set as a result of the movie's alleged use of real animal blood and guts from a nearby slaughterhouse. According to Bixby, his personal copy of the movie was lost in 1987, and he has lost touch with the cast and crew, who may or may not still have their own copies. There are, however, a few reviews in IMDb that imply that the movie was either sold in some way, or that viewers were friends of those who had worked on the movie.